Today on the channel, we try not to say Yo Joe, but it's going to be tough with Booker T, G.I. Bro, Walmart, Monday Night Wars exclusive.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another WWE Mattel Monday Night Wars unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got something special. We got a deep cut from WCW. We got G.I. Bro. We got Booker T. But for all your Booker T, G.I. Bro needs, Walmart exclusive. But for everything else under the sun, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get the deal out there. We're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to box it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And what can you say about Booker T? A man of a few different gimmicks over the years, but no gimmick stranger than the G.I. Bro gimmick he had in the dying days of WCW. Now, in a cool throwback, I guess we could call this. This was an original gimmick from way back when he first started wrestling. And we know about WCW at the end. It was really weird, and G.I. Bro entered. Part of the Misfits in Action, I believe. Is that right, Todd? I always ask Todd, and he doesn't know anything about wrestling, but him and Hugh G. Rection, I think, were partners for a while. I think he was a part of that whole Misfits in Action, if I'm not mistaken. But he came back, as Booker T, went to G.I. Bro for a while, then to go back to Booker T, and ended his WCW career on a high note on the last Nitro, which we remember there. But a wild look, a wild gimmick, but a deep cut, which I love that Mattel brings us. It would be very easy to give us just another Booker T, but they went into the deep cut territory and they gave us this Booker T as G.I. Bro, and I'm here for that. So let's dive into it, see what's going on here. And many don't know this. Todd, you knew this one, though, because you're a toy fan and you're an action figure fan. But G.I. Bro actually was a member of the G.I. Joe team. It's true, yes, and a lot of people think of me as a wrestling guy, but I think more people watch my G.I. Joe unboxings than they do my wrestling stuff. So maybe this is a little crossover action here. And it probably is, because once upon a time, G.I. Bro was going to be into the G.I. Joe landscape there. He was brought in by Roadblock, if I'm not mistaken. Now, Booker T from the Houston, Texas area, and we know our old friend Roadblock over in Louisiana. Actually, cousins. Yes, cousins. We all have cousins that live a state away or 2 states away or the other side of the country, whatever it may be. And G.I. Bro related to Roadblock. And he was going to join the Joe team, and then Roadblock's like, hey, I got to tell you something. There's this guy named Duke. He's absolutely worthless, one of the worst leaders ever, and he's racist. Yes, Duke, racist. He hates him, and Roadblock stuck around because of his buddy Flint. We know their Tiger Force connection, of course. But Roadblock's, man, this guy, he's a member of the KKK. His name is Duke. So we knew all about this, Todd McFarlane. And that stopped G.I. Bro, Booker T, from enlisting in the Joe ranks. Instead, he decided to start a wrestling career. That is true. Fact check it from the couch if you want to. We know that's a true story. But yes, Duke, blatant racism. Booker T, G.I. Bro wanted nothing to do with it. But in a way, a spiritual member of the G.I. Joe team. And what could have been if Flint was actually the leader. Now, he is the true leader. That's why Roadblock stuck around. But he didn't want anything to do with Duke. Maybe it worked out better for him. I wouldn't have liked to work with that Duke either. So the more you know, the more you learn on this channel right here. You're welcome. You're welcome, people. Monday Night Wars, Booker T. Now, it doesn't say G.I. Bro for some reason here. I don't know if that's copyrighted by somebody else or what the deal is, but this does work. It is Booker T at the end of it. So looking cool. He's got his camo on. Looks amazing there. Looks like he's ready for War Games or something. Looking very cool there. On the top of the package, we do see the big boss man, or the boss man, a guy of many gimmicks as well. We're getting his NWO version, which I love the deep cut NWO BC team players. Get us all those. Bring on Scott Norton. Bring on Brian Adams. There's a lot of them we need to get. And I'm sure we'll get some more over the next year into 2026, so be ready for that. G.I. Bro there on the side. Got that old school, new school WCW logo, however you look at it. Booker T on the side once again. And then on the back, there it is, Booker T glamour shot. You got the boss on the side. You get the cross-sell down low. You know we're unboxing all these, and we will build the boss and rank the entire way from my least favorite to my favorite, so stay around for that. And then we do got the tail of the tape. We got the blurb. Let's see what it says about one Booker T from Houston, Texas. Beautiful this time of year, as we do know. And once again, a cousin of Roadblock from the G.I. Joe team. Height 6'3", 256 pounds. Finisher, that dreaded bookend. Career highlights, World Heavyweight Champion, WCW Champion, World Tag Team Champion. No listing of his TV title reign. That was where it put him on the map for me as a singles competitor. This is from Nitro, May 29th, 2000. Booker T represented the Misfits in action. There you go. Where's Major Guns? Oh, man, I know a Major Gun upstairs. She lives upstairs. Yeah, Major Guns Part 2. As G.I. Bro when he defeated Mike Awesome in an ambulance match. Give us a Mike Awesome. Give us the Fat Chick Thriller, Todd McFarlane. I'll fill you in later. Build a figure Big Bubba Rogers. Big Bubba joined the NWO, making the faction even more dangerous. Well, anytime you add a member, it's going to get more dangerous, we know. And that's what happened with old Big Bubba Rogers. We do get the little plastic in here. A little baggie. Todd, we know what happens with baggies around this parts. See you later, goodbye. And I don't know if you knew my dog Lemmy, drug-sniffing dog. Drug-sniffing dog. Not a lot of people knew that. And today, as I'm filming this, the 8th year anniversary of my dog Lemmy coming home. See you later, goodbye. Shout out to Lemmy, he's a real one there. Big light torso, very light for Big Bubba, but we will dive into that in the future. And there's old Booker T doing Booker T things as G.I. Bro. Perfect for the Halloween season. He's ready for Halloween. And he's ready for twist ties. We got the plastic twist ties, McFarlane style, locking it all down. Locking it all down. And can I get it? Can I get him out? Come on, Booker T. And I was not a big fan of the G.I. Bro, to be honest. I thought it was a little weird. It was a little out there. However, that was WCW at the time, as many of us know if you lived through it back in the day. And there was still bright spots here and there, but they were few and far between. Getting it out. Oh my gosh, making a mess. Get that twist tie out of here. Twist ties everywhere. See you later. Get the hands here. There we go. See you later. Goodbye. We get some hands out of the package here. We get gripping hand, and then we do get the two-fingered hands here. He's going to give you one of these kind of things. He's going to salute you. He's going to smell the old fingers. You never know what Booker T's up to. He's a wild man. He's a wild card, much like myself, Todd McFarlane. But he does have the gloved hands here. These are the gloved hands. I think this is a new hand, but remind you of the Hollywood, not Halloween, but Hollywood Hulk Hogan hands is what it reminds you of. But you got the gloved hands right there. Now diving into G.I. Bro himself. Let's start it off in the head sculpt department here. It is Booker T behind all that paint. Looking like a member of Tiger Force. He just got his color scheme wrong. But looking good with the face paint. Got the mustache going on in there. Got the green camo hat. Now the hat is not removable on this one. Now that's going to irk some people. Me personally, I don't mind the hats being on. I didn't even mind it in the Hasbro days when I was a kid. I was weird apparently. But I don't play with my wrestling figures as much as I want to. I don't. They're just displays, so it's fine. Doesn't mess with me at all. But if you're a player out there, if you're a person that wants to do a fig photography, I can understand how you'd be against this. Would have been nice if they gave us two heads here, or I guess the hat removable is what it is. And to be honest, I don't ever see us getting a G.I. Bro figure ever again. So we're going to have to just make do with this one. I don't think they're going to deep into that in the future. I just don't see that as a possibility. Now, diving from the head, of course, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Almost forgot that portion of it. And he's mean mugging, as G.I. Bro would do. He found out, his lifelong goal of joining the Joe team. He found out there was a Ku Klux Klan member in charge of the Joe team. So he immediately turned his smile went upside down real quick. Now, he does got a vest going on. Vest is removable, Polly Pocket style. And this is a brand new vest we have not seen in the past. Be interested to see if we see this again in the future. I don't know. But you do got the camo going on the vest. Looking pretty good. Outside of that, you got the bare top Booker T. Looking pretty good as well. I was going to say, does he got his tattoo? It's very light over there, but he does got the tattoo going on. You got the gloved hands we mentioned earlier. He's got the saluting hands, the go forward hands, the smell my finger hands, whatever you want to call them. Got the gripping hand as well. And then he's got camo pants down here, truly looking like a Joe team member, looking very good. And then you got the little bell bottoms on the bottom, and then you got the black shoes down here. Now, articulation, arms all the way around, bicep cut, double jointed, pinless elbows, playing all the hits. Hands removable, back four, side to side. Head removable, back four, side to side. So if you're a customizer, grab a Booker T head from the other Monday Night Wars. Do what you want to do if you want to do that. Ab crunch, waist articulation. Booker T split. He does the side kick like a young Jonathan Brandis. But can his leg go up? It goes up okay. There's no bounce back, but it is extremely tight. Once again, Vietnam coming in hot, coming in clutch. Right in the way there. But it does get some movement if you need it. Thigh cut, double jointed, pinless knees, A little bit of boot cut, ankles, really nothing to write home about down there. Pretty fused in there. But it is GI Bro, it is Booker T. It'll always be a GI Bro to me, but man, it looks good, and I always appreciate a really deep cut, and this is pretty darn cool. Like I said, they could have gave us another King Booker, they could have gave us Harlem Heat Booker, which we'll get more of those in the future, but I really like that we got this deep cut, part of the WCW Monday Night Wars Nitro side once upon a time. Looking very, very nice here, but we do get Booker T. Once upon a time, one of my figures of the year here. I guess I prefer the Chase in white, but this one's not bad either. But we get Booker T, a couple of different looks in the Monday Night Wars. And then his cousin, had to bring his cousin in. He's a heavy gunner. It is Roadblock there. Man, can you imagine what they would have done on that Joe team together? It's just that no good Duke stopping it. If he would have listened to Flint, if Roadblock would have got him in charge and said, hey, you got to talk to this guy named Flint. He is extra cool. And a lot of people have said this. I don't know, Todd. You can fact check this one. I've heard this through the grapevine over the years. You probably have too. Not breaking any news here. But a lot of people know Flint actually invented the Spinaroonie. And that's how, by way of his cousin Roadblock, that's how Booker T, G.I. Bro found out about that. It is true. Flint got a lot of soul, and he dived into the Spinaroonie right there. So Flint a real one, Roadblock a real one, Booker T a real one, G.I. Bro a real one, Duke a blatant racist. There you go. So that's all you need to know about Duke. That's all you need to know about G.I. Bro. What's your thoughts on this figure? You picking this one up? You need this one in your collection? Do you appreciate a deep cut like me? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell as we got videos every single day, and then some. We got even more content. Yes, it's true, there's more content to be had, and it's over there on Patreon, YouTube channel memberships. You can even be a free member if that is your thing. SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and TheKylePetersonShow at gmail.com. The name of my podcast every Tuesday is The Kyle Peterson Show. Available where podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. So for G.I. Bro, Booker T, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?